Across America, communities struggle with poverty, addiction, and despair. But within these challenges, hope flickers. Ordinary people are making an extraordinary difference, offering a helping hand and a message of love.
We find that we're drawn towards the least, the last, and the lost, the folks that are most overlooked and underserved across the United States, in particular towards inner city communities and also rural and agricultural communities. Those seem to be the places where, sadly, despair is the highest, morale is the lowest, and hope is in very short supply.
These heroes don't wait for someone else to step in. They see a need and take action, building bridges of compassion where they're needed most.
My husband and I have lived in this neighborhood for about 15 years. We have 8 children, and we were trying to find a better space because the neighborhood wasn't really safe. And we happened to come past this huge church sitting here on the corner, and they were having like a safe space for the children to be able to come in, play games, get candy. And my pastor being my pastor, I didn't know he was going to be my pastor then, but Pastor Bell invited us to come to church, like, hey, we have service on Sundays. From time to time, there were situations where we didn't have enough food. And the church here not only put us in touch with resources, but they also had food to give us. And my children started coming to Kids Club here. Every time Pastor Bill would see me, he would say, hey, don't forget, we've got service on Sundays. And I'm like, yeah, great. I will definitely be there. Just never came. One Sunday, I actually just came in. It was my whole intention to stay in the back and not do anything, get a feel for the church. And I don't know, God touched me and spoke to me that day. Walking in the door that day, I have not walked back out, and my family has just been blessed in so many tremendous ways.
They provided me all the support I needed from the very beginning to where I am now to transition into full-time ministry, and especially as a single person, which really felt impossible. They are able to see what people are passionate about. They share that vision with you on how you want to serve the community, and they themselves are as excited about it as you are. It's not just a bunch of people working for an organization punching a clock. It's them sharing in that vision with you and believing in what you do. InFaith gives a great infrastructure that's needed so that the missionaries don't have to painstakingly worry about all the details. Together we get to see God transforming areas across the nation, but areas that are right in front of you, which is, I think, the easiest thing to overlook, is the ministry opportunities in your community that seem mundane, but God is right there doing great work. And I'm really grateful for that.
For generations, InFaith has established itself in the very heart of these hurting communities, offering not just a handout, but a hand up. They create safe havens, providing nourishing food banks, and most importantly, share the message of hope and love found in faith.
We have founded over 100,000 churches, countless Sunday schools and camps since our beginnings way back in 1790 right here in Philadelphia. And we also provide ministries such as a vacation Bible school for people in different communities. We have chaplains that serve the United States military, law enforcement, prisons, nursing homes. We do just about whatever it takes to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. And we provide locations like this one, which is a safe space for children in an area that's very difficult and is facing a lot of spiritual and socioeconomic challenges. Children in this area have to navigate through some very difficult circumstances just to get to school, and families just to get to work, because there's a significant homeless population, primarily young adults that have struggled and battled with addiction, and they're really too young to have to see those sorts of things, so we provide safe spaces for them. For example, this mission point is sitting in a sanctuary that can be quickly converted into a basketball court. And the narthex is a game room, and the church has properties that are used for food pantries. Right next door is a playground that's secure, so the children will be able to play without having to worry about the needles that are all too familiar in this area. So what we try to do is enter into these communities and meet the social, the spiritual, and the economic needs of the people.
I wasn't really trusting because I was church hurt before. I've been through a lot of different churches. I never really had that personal connection with Christ. And then my prayers changed. I started to pray like, Lord, how can I help? Do I have a purpose here? What is my purpose? And then doors started opening. Now I'm in choir, now I'm a leader in a women's Bible study. These are areas that I'm flourishing in, like things that I love, like my joy is to serve here.
InFaith will have gatherings of regional missionaries. They make it very feasible to connect with other missionaries in your area. InFaith is not an organization that's going to try to micromanage you. It lets people lead with their creativity and with the Spirit, most importantly. It gets me emotional because there are times that I've been stunned. At the end of the day, the mission is really clear. Serving people who are more disenfranchised gives you a closer look at the way of Jesus. And there's so much to learn from that.
The most important thing we could do is share the gospel of Jesus Christ, to let people know that they could have peace for today and hope for tomorrow. Partner with us. You could partner with us if you feel called to being a missionary in some of the most hurting places with some of the most profound needs in the United States. You could partner with us either as a missionary or as a donor.
Become a volunteer, donate, or simply spread the word. Visit infaith.org to learn more about our mission and how you can be part of the solution.